mom could have been very eccentric in a sense and could have had her own unique style. And also she could have been very blunt, smart. She could have been a genius here, or she could have, been way ahead of her time and been a trailblazer in that sense. Something about her was very unique and an individual, and it inspired you to, think outside the box. So having a Scorpio ascendant, your fifth house will be ruled by Pisces. So here, this is where, romanticizing with first level connections and superficial relationships are very dreamy and almost very fairy tale like, and can have this essence of fantasy. So, you think of these romantic connections like watching a movie or reading a book, a love story novel. You have these characters play out within your mind, and it kind of brings you back to a very joyful place here when you connect on a superficial level with Pisces ruling your fifth house. You get caught up in this dreamlike inertia where it just kind of takes over, and you kind of see these connections with rose-colored glasses at first. And also you could be a very creative, wise soul here with Pisces ruling your fifth house. And you could have, as a Scorpio ascendant, this is where, things get a bit deeper, but in a lighter sense, because you could have a lot of unconditional love here for, just being able to self-express the quality of joy and unconditional love and of connection and of really being able to use your own creativity to merge with other people's creativity. This is where, with Pisces, mutable water ruling your fifth house, this is where you can really collaborate and connect on an intimate, deep level with other people through creativity. And with a Scorpio persona, your sixth house will be ruled by Aries. So with Aries ruling your sixth house, this is where, the drive and the energy and the passion comes into play, cardinal fire with work, day-to-day routine, schedule. You really get things done with Aries ruling your sixth house, and you have a lot of energy, stamina, libido, drive, and you have a really strong energy centered, wanting to be very action oriented on the day-to-day. So things definitely get done here. I mean, you're able to really initiate your weeks, your days, the things that you do on a routine basis here, going, shopping, running errands, doing what needs to be done, things that are scheduled here, work life, is all encompassing the sixth house, along with health, and with this cardinal fire Aries energy ruling over it. Generally, this is where you're able to really inspire others, trailblaze, and really charge up and energize the mundane aspect of your chart. So it's almost like you get energized by having your schedule laid out. It creates energy for you. it gives you that sense of needing to arise to a challenge and meet it head on. And this is where you get stronger and stronger and stronger. And having, Aries rule your 6th house is regarding health. This is where you can feel very vital, healthy, have a lot of energy, stamina, endurance, and be able to really get things done and have enough energy for other things throughout the day. So with the Scorpio persona, I would say you really have your days and weeks lined up and filled, your schedule filled with, different things outside of a 9 to 5 or, a routine job or schedule regarding work. Or you'll want to fill those time frames in with something action oriented, with Aries ruling your 6th house. And also here, a challenging energy could come from other people being just competitive with you and wanting to just outdo you in your own right here, with Aries ruling your 6th house, because it does rule hidden enemies, which is just an opposing energy that kind of just triggers you to rise to a challenge or the occasion of overcoming such forces. So I would say there's just a competitive streak in people, and Scorpio energy already brings that out anyways. A competitive edge in others. So also, if you are a Scorpio Ascendant, your 7th house will be ruled by Taurus. So with fixed Earth ruling your house of partnership and, the shadow side of you, this oppositional energy, this is where you attract partners that are very stable and comfortable within their skin, and just able to really go off the senses and the material and create a comfort space for you to feel more stable within your own physical body here, within your own core essence. With Taurus ruling your 7th house, you draw people in that gives your soul a sense of protection and stability, where it grounds your element here. But also, it's a shadow side of yours. So, at home, you could have a possessive side and a materialistic side, which isn't a bad thing. It just wants to delight and pleasure in tangible things, because it stimulates the eyes, the nose, smell, the taste, the touch, the sound, the ears. All of these tangible things have a direct connection with our senses. So, within your home, 7th house being ruled by Taurus, your sacred space, you could definitely feel as if you need these creature comforts in order to have some stability here, to get back in touch with body and take you and be able to emotionally ground. And it gives you a sense of protection and comfort, because the Scorpio energy has so much emotional depth. Even though it might not come off that way, there's a vulnerability to your strong emotions, because they do go up so high and then they can go down so low, and it can be quite a shock to your sensory system or your soul here. I mean, the dynamics of having emotions that can go so down low and so down high. This is a full spectrum life experience and feeling that not all the other signs are able to tap into. So you get these emotional hits of highs and lows not like a Cancer with the phases of the moon, or a Pisces that can go down to the depths but has a dreamlike quality that takes them out of the realm. Scorpio is deep, and then it can go resurrect and skyrocket up so far that, I mean, it is quite the astral traveler, shamanic. So there's a sense of, with this energy of Scorpio and then Taurus on the 7th house, two different worlds, dimensions, if you will. So if you have a Scorpio Ascendant, your 8th house will be ruled by Gemini. So this is where intimacy gets really fun, playful, very kinky, and curious. With mutable air, not only do you like to get the mental stimulation, but, role play, communication, play on words is also enticing and whets your appetite for intimacy. And also, this is where, people with